for today's French newspapers. Government reshuffles is the big call all over the French papers today. Flo, what are they saying?
Well, it's all over the press. A lot of the papers feel that the political and social crisis is getting deeper. So there have been these calls for a reshuffle from the right, but also now calls from the left. But as you can read here on the front page of Le Figaro, well, they say Hollande is being stubborn because he doesn't want to change anything. Especially, he doesn't want to change his Prime Minister, Jean-Marc. We'll get more into that, though. But Le Figaro, in their editorial, says, you know, in the end, a government reshuffle isn't really what's needed. It's something that's purely symbolic. It would be some sort of a superficial buoy that would buy time until next year's municipal election. But that's not enough. What's needed is a deep reshuffle of Hollande's policies. To quote the editorial today, Hollande needs to reshuffle himself. Oh, well, good luck to that.
Yeah, indeed. A lot of the papers saying the political jockeying, if you like, is already starting, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're wondering, they say the race is on. That's in Le Monde today. They're saying, who are these contenders for an eventual reshuffle? A lot of names are being thrown around. For instance, there's the former party leader, Martine Aubry, the current interior minister, Manuel Valls, as well as the president of the National Assembly, Claude Barthelon. This article is calling him the tortoise, the hare, and the Joker. Now, according to this article, these contenders are in a tricky position because they have to, on the one hand, make themselves known, but they can't seem overly eager. And the truth is that it's very unclear whether or not this reshuffle will actually happen. The one thing that is clear is that the Prime Minister, Jean-Marc, says that he's determined to hold on to his job. You can read more about it in Le Parisien, which says that he's in survival mode. This article says it's not a question of if a reshuffle will take place, but when a reshuffle will take place. So as you can see, a lot of the French press isn't really on the same page because this is just a question of speculation. But Les Echos, the business paper, is also focusing on this today. They wonder, why does Hollande want to avoid a reshuffle? Because according to Les Echos, he has every reason to have a reshuffle because he's at an all-time low in opinion polls. He's facing this growing revolt against his policy, so much so that his authority is in question, says Les Echos. A reshuffle would be some sort of a fresh start, a sign that he's hearing people's grievances. But Hollande says this is just a storm, and he's vowing to stay the course. And in fact, if you read an article in Libération, you can see that the government is really trying to play down this crisis here. They're saying there's no fire that's getting out of hand. All this is politics. It's the right that's trying to take advantage of the situation and cause a panic. But the left is saying there's no reason to panic. Let's hold the line, stay the course, according to Libération.
Now, if you're watching Flo around about this time last week, in fact, which I'm sure you were, you know that she was talking about racism in France. The Justice Minister, Christiane Taubira, the target of racist comments, and is back in the press again today.
That's right. Now, last month, Taubira, who's black, was the target of racist taunts, including one incident at a rally when young children waved banana skins at her and called her a monkey. Now, this week, the far-right magazine Minute has followed suit by publishing a cover page with the headline that says, to quote, "Crafty as a monkey, Taubira gets her banana back." Now, to get your banana back in France means to smile, but of course it's a reference to this banana incident. Now, Libération points out that the government really isn't going to let this one pass, and in fact, the Interior Minister, Manuel Valls, says that he's examining whether or not it's legal to block the distribution of the magazine. So I'll keep you posted as to that.
I'm sure you will. A pretty ugly political, economic and social climate then. But the Christian paper Le Croix reminding us that today, apparently, is World Kindness Day. It's lovely to have you with us, Flo.
It's lovely to be with you as well. Remember to be kind. That's what Le Croix says on the front page today. Give kindness a chance. Now, it's been around since 1998, and according to La Croix, it's a day to reflect about the importance of kindness. Kindness is an important value, especially these days in this crisis, this temptation to have conflict with people. But remember, give kindness a chance. So I'll be very kind to you the rest of the morning.
Flo, that's the loveliest newspaper review I've ever had.
You have a lovely tie, Stuart.
Thank you so much. And it's lovely to have you with us if you're watching us today here on France 24. That was today's French papers. Thanks, Flo. Coming up for you here on France 24, we'll have the very latest from the Philippines, of course. Plus, if you're about to retire, where to? Have you thought of Portugal? Perhaps you should. We'll tell you exactly why soon. It's to do not with kindness, but with tax. More on that after the break.